Okay, so here's the glamorous, probably most fun part of this bathroom renovation, and that is breaking up a cast iron tub. I've watched a bunch of videos on YouTube, so this is just another one, but I just wanted to see how things went when I tried it. I'm a little bit worried because I heard in one YouTube video that there are cast iron tubs and there are steel tubs. I've never seen a steel tub, but apparently you can't break those up with a hammer or with a sledge. So, a couple of things. I have I guess you'd call it a 30-pound sledgehammer, this right here. That is supposed to do the job. Other things to keep in mind is you gotta have something for your eyes for protection, plus a good pair of gloves. Apparently these pieces are going to be really sharp when they break off. And one more thing, I've got a respirator here because when we started this renovation, we found a lot of woolly insulation inside the walls, and I don't know what it is. But you know, it could be the bad stuff, the asbestos kind of stuff. I don't know, and I don't have time to find out because it takes about 2 weeks to get a test back when you send in a sample of whether or not it's asbestos or not. So, it's best to be prudent here and take all the precautions that you would take for asbestos removal. That is, asbestos is fine in a house as long as you don't disturb it. So if it's behind some sheetrock or whatnot and nobody moves it, it's great. You just don't want to disturb it and it goes through the air because that's when it's a problem. Hence, I've got this respirator here. So hopefully banging on this tub is not going to shake up too much of the asbestos or whatever it is. I don't really know. So, alright, let's have a go at it. What I'm going to try to do is start right in the center of the tub because the idea is going to be to try to break the tub in half. Also, you should know that I've disconnected all the plumbing from the tub. This here is freestanding right now. There's nothing connected to the tub. You want to make sure you do that first. Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay. Good. All right. That's a good sign. That's a real good sign. Yep, that's good. Oh yeah. And there you can see the damage that we got until this point. I will also point out a couple other things that might be useful to you if you ever have to do this. Some of the pieces that broke off, like this right here, pretty heavy. Definitely sharp, that's why the glove. But these things are heavy. And one of these pieces fell on my foot, didn't do any damage, but note to self here, steel-toed shoes or steel-toed boots would be advisable. I have a pair, I'm just too lazy to get them, but that's what I would do. Also, I mentioned before, all these swings at the tubs causing a lot of vibration, and I'm afraid that some of the asbestos or the unknown insulation that's been blown into the wall kind of trickles down a little bit, even though you can't see it. So the trick here is a little safety measure. Take a bottle of spray water here and put a few drops of dishwashing soap in it, so forth, and then just go ahead and spray that through the air. That's going to stick to any flying particles and safely guide them down to earth and not into my breathing apparatus. So, alright, let's keep going. Got quite a ways to go because this tires you out with that sledge. Here we go. See what I mean? Which means I get a little break. But we're getting there. This has got some holes in it at the bottom here. We're on our way to cutting this thing in half. And then I can either think about taking each half out or smashing it up further. We'll see how it goes. This is a lot of fun, actually. Wow, got some big pieces here. That's pretty good. Here's a pretty good sized piece right here. And this is enamel, as you probably know, and enamel is like glass, right? They put a powder coat of glass powder onto this and then they bake it on. They do that about 2 to 3 times, and then you've got this glass coating on the outside, which is the enamel. So you end up with pieces like this. They're manageable. This one's about, I don't know, 8 to 10 pounds, something like that. The whole tub is 3/4 pounds. That's why we're smashing it up. Okay, I'll check in a bit. Okay, so here I am with a broken sledgehammer, and I just realized here's another tip. At least something I've learned. Maybe you guys think it's like, duh, of course, but for me, it was a revelation. When I start smashing this apart, you know, I had a sharp edge right here, and I started whacking away, and of course, as I'm hitting inside the tub, all of a sudden Isaac Newton is in the room, and this handle goes down, dead stop for the handle, but the sledge on the other hand, a body in motion, keeps going, snaps off, just like that. So the idea is try not to create edges like I have, or at least don't hit them when you're going inside the tub. The other thing is, I went out and bought another sledge just now, and this one is, believe it or not, an 8-pound sledge. So what I said in the beginning, not even close. I said something like 20 or 30-pound sledge. Well, it felt like that to me, okay? Well, no, it's not that. This is 8-pound sledge. But you know what? It feels like 30 pounds once you wield this for about 5-10 minutes. It gets heavier and heavier. Also, I'm trying fiberglass. Hopefully I won't bust this one. And, well, we'll see how it goes. All right, take care. Whew. And there you have it. Total time, I'm guessing about 15 minutes. And I've got it broken down pretty well to how much I want it. This piece is rather large still and quite heavy. Yeah, I'm still going to whack this one up a little bit further. I've got some pieces like this right here. They're not going to be a problem to carry on out of here just as they are. And get it all recycled and melted down, and it'll be someone else's lovely tub or something. So I hope there was something useful in this for you. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot, and looks like I uncovered some more woolly stuff in the wall, so I'm going to have to suit up, put the other ventilator back on and so forth, and finish this job. Oh, I want to make sure, special shout out to Sean Tilcom. And she will know what this means. Sean planned a team building exercise for the sales team at this company many years ago. Somehow I ended up with one of these racing suits, although I wasn't part of the sales team. But thank you, Sean, because this has helped me out quite a bit over like 2 decades or more. So you can see with all the paint splatter on here. Sorry about that, but thank you, Sean. Good job.